Hi. When last we met, I was just starting my first classes as an online MBA student, and you were watching the most boring video ever made. Sorry about that. Hopefully this is an improvement. So now I've been a student for about 5 days, and I've learned a few things. It's gone a little differently than I've expected. To start with, I haven't actually seen anything related to my teacher yet. There's been no lectures or anything like that. I thought when I started I'd be watching some sort of maybe recorded video of a lecture or a presentation with her talking over it or something like that, but somehow that hasn't happened yet. In fact, tomorrow at 6 o'clock, actually, sorry, 7 o'clock my time, because I'm actually taking courses in a different time zone. I'm going to have to keep that in mind in the future. I'll be having my first what's called a class live. It's the teacher sort of talking to us while we're on the computer. But even that, I mean, I've been a student for a week, and even that's just going to be talking about the syllabus. It's not going to be like teaching the courses. So that's been a little weird. I mean, it might just be the nature of the course that I'm taking, because it is sort of the first course that you take as an MBA student. It's just a like basic business research class. So maybe when I start my next classes it'll be a little different. Maybe there will be some sort of lectures. I was expecting something like that, but there's been very little from the professor so far. So that's been strange. In fact, all we had really, other than the syllabus, is we've been given what are called discussion questions. So I guess a normal course, when you go into a classroom, you know, the teacher might bring up a subject and you'll be talking about it amongst the class, and people will be going back and forth. Part of our homework for this has been, we were given a couple of classes, the class has been given a couple of questions, and we have to give our answers to it, and then we have to discuss our answers with each other online, like a sort of a forum type thing. Which is a little strange because, I mean, the questions are a little generic, so it's hard to get a lot of different answers for them, but it's important for your grade to actually respond to each other. So it's hard to say something more than, yes, I agree with what you're saying, because most people are saying the same things, but, you know, it's a pretty significant part of your grade. You know, class participation is usually something like 5% of the grade, but because it's an online course, it's a lot more. And it's also hard to get an idea of what your fellow classmates are actually like when they're just a name on the internet. There's no face. We don't even have a icon or avatar or anything like that. So I feel like that would actually help, because, you know, different people have different personalities, and it does come out if you can tell whose message you're reading. But right now it's just sort of a jumble of words. It's hard to imagine that these are real people that I'm also taking a class with. But I'm going to try and work through that as time goes on. Also, because I'm taking courses that only take up half of the semester, I mean, I expected the MBA classes to be difficult. I expected online classes to be more difficult, but this is fast. This is happening really fast. I've been a student for 5 days, and yesterday I had to give a paper topic for 2 papers. One topic that's going to take up 2 papers that's going to make up something like 40% of my grade. I've only been in class for 4 days, and it's not like there's a really obvious way to focus what your topic's going to be. I mean, if I'm taking a finance course that's about corporations and how they do their finances and things, it's easy to sort of say okay, I'm going to look at this company and see what they're doing and blah blah blah. But I mean, I'm taking a business research course. The papers can literally be about anything related to business. So, and the topic that I've come up with has to be for 2 of my papers. So it's kind of extreme. And then 6 days from now, I've got a midterm on 5 chapters in my book. So, you know, I will have only been in class for 11 days when I have my midterm. It's kind of insane, because that midterm is worth 20% of my grade, I think. I mean, it's open book, so that helps, but you still have to know it because you need to know where to find what you're looking for. I only have an hour and a half. I have 100 multiple choice questions. It's going to be pretty crazy. And again, considering this is the first course of the entire thing, something tells me this is going to get hard fast. So at least I'm only taking the one course. I could be taking more than one right now, and I would not be prepared for this. But now I think because I've got a better idea, I'll be better prepared, and I'm not going to be in any trouble. I'm all set. I mean, I say all set. I will be okay for the test, but it's kind of shocking how fast those days go by. When 2 of the 5 chapters that I have a test on Saturday, which by the way, the test's on the weekend. It's another thing I didn't think about when doing an online thing. The tests go from, basically I can take it starting Saturday morning all the way through midnight Sunday night. Midnight Central Time, even though I'm on the East Coast. But still, I have a 2-hour-long test on Saturday or Sunday. But yeah, I still haven't actually read any of 2 of the 5 chapters. It shouldn't be that hard for me to do, but now, I'm just beginning to grasp now how difficult this whole thing's going to be. But I'm ready for it, it's going to happen, and I'm going to be okay. Alright, anyway, I guess that's all I really have to say about this week, and I'll let you know how things go after my test. Bye.